perfect weather for today, as it is the Fox 4 Love-a-Thon, raising money to help local kids get everything they need. And here to tell us all about it is someone who certainly knows, Cynthia Smith, former WDAF anchor and founder of the Love Fund for Children. We're so honored to have you on here this morning. Now, I've heard the story a couple of times over the years, but for those who haven't, what was it that inspired you to start the Love Fund, Cynthia?
You know, when we go out in the community and cover stories, we see things that stay with us, and we think, gosh, I wish I could do something. And I was featuring foster children who needed to be adopted every week. And I saw things that these kids needed because there had been government cutbacks in social welfare programs. So I would go out in the community and I would speak, and they would take up a collection and give me all this money. And I thought, what am I going to do with this money?
Yeah.
And so I came back to the station, we set up a nonprofit, and I would continue to speak. Companies would come forward with big donations, and it just grew and grew and grew. And I could not have imagined that 43 years later, not only would it still be thriving, but that there would still be a need. And I'm so thankful that Fox 4 has continued to support this effort.
Right. And I remember watching one of the videos when you were explaining how you first got this idea, Cynthia. It's like, you know, you see heartbreaking things, you know, working in the news business or just any life that you might lead, and you think, how can I help? What can I do? The problem's too big. But then you had like sort of some laser focus. Well, like a bed, a backpack, you know, just some little things that seem small but would make a huge difference.
One of the first things we purchased was a suitcase for a little girl who was going to be adopted, and she didn't want to take all of her belongings in a bag. I mean, can you imagine the self-esteem? I mean, she would just feel like a piece of trash. And so we bought a suitcase, and then we had a water bed that we bought for a little boy who had cerebral palsy because he would get stiff, and so we purchased that. And because the Love Fund became so big, we were able to expand it outside the foster care system. So now we can do things like camp and musical instruments, and like you said, the backpack, school supplies, beds for families that don't have beds. And the important thing about the Love Fund that you need to know when you're making a donation is that we do not give money to families. We buy whatever that child needs. We go to the vendor, we buy it, it's delivered to the child. So we don't pay rent, utilities. We make sure that whatever is purchased with Love Fund funds go directly to that child.
Yeah, and I just recently had an education that how scaled up the Love Fund is with local hospitals.
Yes.
That a lot of times that they're on the front lines with what the needs are, and they're on direct connection with the Love Fund.
Yeah, sometimes we hear from teachers, sometimes we hear from social workers, hospital personnel, and they will send a request to the Love Fund, and there is a board of directors that makes those decisions, and we wish we could grant all of them, but the more money we raise, the more we can help. So that's why it's important for you to help support the Love Fund today.
All right, well, there is a website, fox4kc.com/love. Cynthia, what would you, if you had to make a pitch to someone who's considering opening their hearts to help out today, what would you say to them?
There are an awful lot of families that fall through the cracks. They don't make enough money to qualify for federal assistance, but they don't make enough money to be able to support all the things their child wants to do. Participate in sports, go to camp, buy a musical instrument, and very basic things, a wheelchair. We had a situation where a little boy broke his glasses, but some federal regulation in Washington said, you can only get those replaced every 2 years. So things like that. Kids growing out of their braces, they need a new size, but some chart in Washington said, you're only gonna, if you're 10, you're only gonna grow an inch this year. So there are so many things where kids fall through the cracks, and the Love Fund is there to help.
That's where the Love Fund comes in. Awesome, Cynthia. Thanks so much for coming in this morning.
You're welcome.
All right.